Hey everybody, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready to dive in, especially with this topic.
Yeah, this one hit home for me. We've all been there, right? Trying to be a good friend when someone's down.
Hmm.
But sometimes it's like, what do you even do?
Yeah.
Luckily, someone much smarter than me wrote this awesome guide on cheering people up.
Ah, yes. I was just looking over this again. Full of good stuff. So, shall we break it down together?
Let's do it. I'm already feeling wiser just having it in front of me. So, first things first, being there for someone, I feel like we always want to jump to solutions, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But this guide, it really emphasizes just listening.
Yeah. And that's harder than it sounds sometimes, isn't it? We want to fix things, offer advice, but sometimes people just need to be heard.
Don't tell me about it. I remember a friend was going through a rough breakup, and I was all set with the pep talk, the get back out there spiel. She wasn't ready for any of that, just needed to vent, you know? To have someone acknowledge how much it hurt.
Exactly. And that's such a gift we can give each other, just that space to process emotions without judgment, without someone trying to fix them.
Right. And the guide even gives some, like, specific tips on how to be a better listener. Not just nodding along, but, like,
Yeah.
asking questions. Things like, how does that make you feel? Or, what are you thinking about right now? Kind of keeps them talking, helps them untangle their thoughts.
It really does, because it shows you're not just waiting for your turn to talk, you know? You're actively trying to understand their experience. And even if you've never gone through the exact same thing, just showing that you're present, that's
Yeah.
huge.
Totally. Okay, so we've mastered the art of listening. What's next? Let me see. Acts of kindness. Ooh, I love this part. It's not about grand gestures, right? It's those little things that show you care. The guide mentions, like a handwritten note or even their favorite snack.
And it's so true. It's those little specific things that really hit home, because it means you've been paying attention to them, to what they love. If you know your friend's been craving a certain kind of cookie, you bake a batch and leave it on their doorstep. That's love right there.
It's like speaking their love language.
Yeah.
Way better than just like a gift card. And I think sometimes even just changing the environment helps, like suggesting a walk in the park. Fresh air, a change of scenery, or maybe that new cafe they've been wanting to try.
Oh, for sure. Sometimes just getting out of their usual routine can make a big difference. And laughter, of course. Laughter is like instant medicine. Remember that escape room we did? That was AWEL,
Don't remind me, we were terrible at it.
but we laughed so hard the whole time. And honestly, that probably did us more good than actually escaping ever would.
True, true. Okay, so we've got listening, we've got kind acts. What's the last piece of the puzzle here?
Be a positive influence. And this one, it's a bit more about bringing your own personality to the table, I think.
Yeah, how do you even define that? Like, what does it mean to be a positive influence, especially when someone's feeling down?
Well, I think it's about using your strengths, the things that make you, you. Are you a great cook? Maybe you make your friend their favorite meal. Are you a storyteller? Share a funny anecdote that always cracks them up. It's about, like, sharing your light, your energy in whatever way feels authentic to you.
Love that. And the guide also talks about, like, reminding them that tough times are temporary. But how do you do that without sounding dismissive, like you're minimizing their pain?
It's all about empathy. You're not telling them to get over it. You're acknowledging that, yeah, right now this sucks. But you also gently remind them that they're strong, that they've gotten through tough stuff before. Maybe share a story about a time you struggled and came out the other side.
It's like giving them perspective without invalidating their feelings in the moment. And, you know, sometimes the best thing you can do, ISISE, give them space, right? Not everyone wants constant company when they're down.
Absolutely. Space can be a gift, too. It's about respecting their needs, letting them know you're there, and when they need you, but not forcing yourself on them. Sometimes being there means giving them the room to breathe.
So it all boils down to this. Being a good friend isn't about having the magic solution. It's about listening with your whole heart, showing up with those thoughtful little acts of kindness, and just being a positive force in their life, whatever that looks like for them specifically.
And as we wrap up, here's a little something to think about. The guide made me ask myself, what does being there look like in my relationships? How can I show up authentically for the people I care about when they need it most?
That's a great question for all of us to ponder, isn't it? Lots to think about. Thanks for diving deep with us today. We'll catch you next time.